Alright, welcome to the second stream of the day. Today I'm trying some new thing called Around the NHL. So basically what we do is that I yap about the NHL for God knows how long. So we'll start off nice and easily with basically we're gonna be talking about every single damn game, bro. So we'll start with the current games. So let's start off with Utah. Oh, I was writing that in the wrong place. So we have a Utah and Nashville. That game is currently on the verge of ending. Uh, so basically, that game is on the verge of ending. As I was trying to say, it is currently 4-0 for Nashville. We had goals from Fosberg, Marchand. So basically, Fosberg and Marchand got 2 goals each. So yeah, that's about the recap of this game. But I almost forget the other game. So we had a good old Montreal Toronto game. That's what I'm trying to say. A good old Montreal Toronto game. So that game ended in 4-1 in favor of the Maple Leafs. Timmins opened up the scoring in the first period, then followed from with goals from Nylander and Marner. Gallagher made it 3-1, and then Tavares scored the fourth goal of the game to seal the deal, as multiple people would say. So, obviously, that was yet another blowout for Montreal. So, as I was saying, big blowout for Montreal. It is their 6th loss in a row. So, stuff aren't looking good for them. Going back to that Nashville game, it's official. To that Utah Nashville game, that game is officially over. Nashville wins it 4-0. So Utah, same thing for them. They're an okay team, just not the best around. Then moving on to next game. It is Colorado and Carolina as we speak. It is 3 goals for each teams. It is obviously Yep. Oh my god, Nate. Nice watching. So yes, so we're gonna you're talking about the Ottawa Boston game. We're actually gonna get to that a bit later. And when I mean later, I mean when it's gonna show up on the NHL app. So we're gonna have Nate on the side because Bro visibly does not want to join the stream. So as I was trying to say, we're gonna talk about Ottawa Boston later. When I'm scrolling on the NHL app, when the game shows up, I'm gonna talk about it. As I was trying to say, Colorado and Carolina tie at 3 each. Bit of back and forth. Carolina started with an early 2-0 lead. Then Kale McCarr and Malinsky scored 2 goals. Nick Hisson and McKinnon. So that's currently 3-3. So we're gonna. Oh, and Arturi Lehkonen just scored to make it 4-3 for Colorado. Yeah, okay, we don't care, Nate. We don't care. We don't care. So I was trying to say, next we're gonna go Columbus and LA. So that's currently 2-1 for LA in the second intermission. So not a lot to talk about in this game. Columbus started with the early goal, and then LA got 2 backs. So we also have Oilers Canucks. Oilers Canucks, that's currently 1-0. Edmonton is currently streaming on Sportsnet. So if you want to watch that game, you can tune into Sportsnet to watch that game live. It's part of Hockey Night in Canada. That's it for the current games. Now moving on to the games that are over. So we're gonna let me just type in. So as I was trying to say, Buffalo wins it against Calgary and the shootout score of a 3-2. Score of 3-2. Actually, it started with two first period goal for Buffalo, and then in the third period, Calgary scored two, and then Proteka and the shootouts ended that game. So final score of 3-2. Now moving on to the Jets. The Jets taking on the Stars. And Nate, good news, Star lost. Jets win 4-1, 14th win of the season. So they become the first team in NHL history to win 14 game in only the space of 15 game. What the fuck is that record? I don't know. Ask the NHL who has the answer. So, also, Ottinger got the chant of U.S. backup during the game. Kind of a bit of a crazy thing, if you were to ask me. So then, moving on, we had Flyers taking on the Panthers. So that was actually so that was another game that went to shootouts. Florida won it 4-3. It was a bit of a back and forth tonight. No team really took it officially, and Rodriguez put an end to that game in the shootout. And now, Nate, we're finally going to the game you wanted for me to talk about. It is Ottawa against Boston. That was kind of sort of our headliner here tonight. So it was Ottawa against Boston. And Ottawa, Ottawa, hence Boston, the 3-2 overtime lost. So, and yes, as they talked about earlier, yes, there is. Yes, Olmark and Swimmen did indeed do the goalie hug. So, will they get back together one day? Who knows? Maybe they will, maybe they won't. Next game. So, Rangers were taking on Detroit. Let me just, So, as I was trying to say, Rangers were taking on Detroit. That game ended 4-0 in favor of the Rangers. So, a 37 safe shutout for whoever the fuck was in goal. Because I do not know who the fuck was in the goal. Moving on to the next game. Blowout. The blowout of the night. Washington against the Blues. Long story short, it did not go well for the Blues, who lost 8-1. Ovechkin managed to score 2 goals, making him I don't think goals he's away from Gretzky. I don't know, but he now has 10 goals this season, and if keep on that pace, he will beat the Gretzky record this season. On to next game, yay! This feels like, oh my god, we're at the last game. So New Jersey against the Islanders. That was an overtime game, and the Devils take it home once again that game. Nelson scored the goal that made it 3-1 Islanders in the third period. Then Merson Nosen scored and about sent it to overtime. And then in overtime, Jack Hughes sealed the deal. Here's the call, because why not? Not if it's different.
Give it back in front, and an off-balance backhand. Look out. I'm too tall. Jack Hughes behind the play. Here he goes. A chance to win it. Scores!
So that was the call from the game-winning goal in New Jersey. So, that's about it for the NHL recap of the evening. So I think that's it. We made the turn of the NHL, so thank you for watching.